Between the confines of the ring, where every punch thrown is a gamble of fate, exists a raw beauty and the grittiness of brawlers. While technical boxers dazzle with finesse, it is the brawlers who embody the unforgiving spirit of the sport. The fights are not graceful ballets, but rather symphonies of blood and pain. In the unrefined aggression lies a hidden truth that sometimes it's not about being pretty, it's about embracing chaos and finding victory amidst the thunderous storm. The paths of Joyce and Derick Chisora intersect like a collision of titans. Both are battle-hardened brawlers known for their ferocity and unyielding spirit inside the ring, where destiny awaits the outcome, as another win has never been more vital. Another loss from either man can signal the end. The showdown between the Juggernaut and Del Boy has fireworks written all over it, as each are known for the hammer and punches and iron chin. Only the strong survive and the weak wither behind. In the classic matchup of brawler versus brawler, only one thing is for certain: violence. The brawler versus brawler matchup ignites a primal spectacle of sheer brutality and unbridled aggression. You could throw defense out the window with this matchup, as it embodies standing toe to toe, trading blow for blow. There is beauty in the reckless abandonment of thriving on chaos. Technique takes a back seat to raw power and unwavering determination. In the midst of chaos, amidst the blood and pain, one truth emerges. When brawlers collide, there are no guarantees, only the raw emotion of unyielding courage that defines the essence of boxing at its most primal level. In a display of aggression, Joyce forced Chisora into the ropes, asserting dominance in the ring. While Chisora favored hooks and haymakers, Joyce opted for straighter, more direct punches in their exchanges. Chisora's jabs, when thrown, would serve to create distance or set up as powerful haymakers. The dynamics of the fight were clear-cut. Joyce stood his ground in front of Chisora, unleashing a flurry of strikes, while Chisora, displaying resilience, fought his way out of every exchange. Quite the brutal way to battle for control of the fight. Chisora's sweeping hooks managed to sneak around the Juggernaut's guard, despite his attempts to shield himself. Joyce's straight punches exploited the openings down the middle, created by Chisora's wide stance. Joyce's offense paid more dividends early in the fight, as he threw shorter, more compact punches. In stark contrast, Chisora's telegraph and wind-up punches left him vulnerable, allowing Joyce to capitalize on each missed blow. The Juggernaut seized the opportunity whenever Chisora will overextend himself, exploiting a window of vulnerability created by his opponent's balance. These were crucial moments for Joyce to strike. The dividends of the more disciplined puncher in close quarters were evident, as each calculated blow found its mark and gradually tipped the scale in Joyce's favor. The Juggernaut's moniker was not earned through defensive prowess, as Chisora's unrelenting storm of haymakers relentlessly pounded Joyce throughout the fight. Towering over his opponent, Joyce struggled to get underneath the incoming punches. His loose guard, with hands positioned in front, effectively obstructed straight punches by clogging the striking lane, while this left him open to attacks from the side, rendering him more susceptible to looping punches, targeting the exposed flanks. There's an art to the chaos. Each time Chisora throws a hook, he lowers the opposite shoulder to gain more leverage, allowing for more rotational force in his wide hooks, adding additional power behind each punch. Chisora was no Mayweather, but had his own rendition to the shoulder roll. By turning and blocking with his lead arm, he pointed his shoulders towards Joyce, enabling him not to only deflect Joyce's right hand, but to also load his rear shoulder, adding torque onto his right hook. The Juggernaut's unyielding chin posed a conundrum, as his durability became the cornerstone of his defensive strategy. Despite failing to evade or block half of the hooks, he refused to pull out of range, while displaying minimal to no head movement. With no recourse but to confront Chisora head on, he stoically endured the punishing blows.
It's simple. I imagine he's telling him to do that, to punch from distance, not allow him to get close. And that's how you... Oh, what a right turn.
Chisora's head movements emerged as a crucial asset in his arsenal, enabling him to navigate the high-stakes exchanges. Despite his stature disadvantage, he was able to adeptly slip and weave underneath punches. While bending fluidly at the hips, Chisora effectively muddled Joyce's attempts at unleashing his combinations at will, creating moments of hesitation and disruption in the Juggernaut's offensive rhythm, forcing him to recalibrate his approach after each exchange.
Has he got it? We haven't really seen it.
As the intensity of the battle reached its crowning point, the ring erupted into an all-out war. The sweet science took a back seat as raw violence commandeered the spotlight. However, in the midst of the chaotic onslaught, it was Chisora who exhibited better tactical acumen. Joyce's offense was rudimentary. He would step in, unload, then reset when Chisora fought his way out. And because of that, he got caught with the hammer. As Joyce lunged in, Chisora pulled back, bouncing off the ropes, using the momentum to follow through with the right hook, flooring Chisora. In a striking twist of fate, the hindsight of the fight painted a revealing portrait of how Joyce's favorite status crumbled in the face of a tailor-made challenge in his opponent's style. The Juggernaut's towering presence and defensive vulnerabilities inadvertently played into the hands of Chisora's looping hooks. With the hard-earned victory, Chisora has the opportunity to ride off into the sunset. However, true to his unyielding spirit, a final challenge may tempt the seasoned warrior to test the bounds of his mettle once again. As for Joyce, the back-to-back defeats, along with the loss from Chisora, leaves him at a crossroads. The road to the world title appears daunting, and the shadow of doubt looms large over his once promising path.